Here's code 2081, paper 2, 2023. Let's get started. Bismillah. Here, there are the first four terms of a sequence, 1, 4, 9, 16. Okay, this is not an arithmetic sequence. Here, we have here plus, here is plus 3, then plus 5, 4, 9, 5, then plus 7. So the next will be plus 11, then plus 13. So the next two terms here, 16 plus 7 equal 25, plus 9, and plus 11 here, it will be 36. Okay, another sequence here, write the first four terms. Here are the first four terms. Write also the second two terms. So 2 plus 3, but he started here from number 2. He started from 1, okay? And here, so plus 5, and plus 7 also the same. So here we have to move also here. The next term here will be plus 11, here plus 9. Then this, he needed two terms, so the second term will be plus 11. So 17 here plus 9 will equal to 26. Just adding 1 to the previous to 37. Okay, find the nth term. Here, if we want to find the nth term, we have to apply for 2a, remember it, and 3a plus b, and a plus b plus c. Do you remember it? We started from the bottom, a plus b and plus c like this. So here we have, here the arithmetic, here the sequence say this, here we say the sequence. So the sequence is 2 and 5 and 7, okay? 2 and 5 and 7. Let's write it here. So we say here 2, from 2 to 5. We have here 3, okay, plus 3. And here from 5 to 10, here there is 2, 5, 10, okay? 2, 5, 10. So here we have 3, and here plus 5, 3, 5, and so on, okay? So here is plus 3, and here plus 5. From 3 to 5, here we have equal to 2. So the 2a here, 2a here, equal to 2. 3a plus b equal to 3. A plus b plus c equal to 2. Okay, let's check this. So here we say the 2a equal to a. If you say this equation, okay, let's write our equations. We say 2a equal to 2. So now a equal to 1. Clear. Okay, next, 3a plus b equal to 3. So the b here equal to 0. B equals 0. Okay, next, a plus b plus c equal to 2. So here we have the a equal 1 and the b equal 0. So the c must be equal to 1. So c now equal to 1, just to give you a final answer. So we have just a equal to 1 and c equal to 1. Let's write it like the quadratic function, which we say instead of x, we say a here n squared. So we say here, that is, we write it in the form a n squared plus b n plus c. Okay, as here we have the b equals 0, so no need to write the b here. So this we kick it. And we just write here the a equal 1, so we have n squared plus 1, which is the c. Okay, so we kick this and put 1, we kick this and put 1, we kick this all. So n squared plus 1 is a correct equation. Before we leave any page, just check that you solve all the questions at least with your eyes. Let's see the next. Okay, number C here, odd. List all the set of elements from 0 to 20. So the odd numbers here, we have a set of 1 and 3, 5, and 7. We have to list them all, okay? 9, and so on. So the prime here numbers is 2, 3, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. If you count how many numbers you find them, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here the probability of B, of C intersect, see it's the odd numbers, intersect the prime numbers will be the 7 out of 10. And here he said to you, find the probability that is an element C intersect T. And what T is a numbers in the sequence of n squared. Here give you a sequence and we have to apply for it. So he said to you that is this numbers inside the sequence. So this sequence is n, 2n squared plus 1, okay? 2n squared plus 1. So we apply for the first term. The first term will be number 1. So instead of n, we kick it and put it 1. So 1 squared multiplied by 2 plus 1 will equal to 3. Okay, then kick n and put instead of it 2. So 2 squared, which is 4 multiplied by 2, which is 8 plus 1 will give you 9. Okay, then we kick n and put instead of it 3. We get the first term, the second term, and we will see the third term, which is 3 squared, which is 9 multiplied by 2. 18 plus 1 will be 19, and that is the last number that can be intersected. So here we have just 3 numbers out of the 10. So the intersection here, we just have 3 numbers, and all the 3 numbers are in the odd numbers, 3 out of 10. Before I leave any page, just make sure that you solve all the questions inside this page, at least with your eyes. Let's see the next. Here we have to complete the schedule here by applying for, we just kick the x in the sequence here, in the equation here, to say this y equal to x squared plus x, then minus 3. And all what we do now, we're going to kick the x and put instead of it negative 3. Then we kick the x and put instead of it negative 2. Then we kick the x and put instead of it 1. Then we kick it and put instead of it 2. Then, no, not 2. Then we kick it, the last one is 3. What I do here is the missing y. We just have x and we don't have y. So just to get the value of y, we just apply for this rule. And for applying for this rule, we follow the y rule, which is x squared plus the negative 3 here, and then here minus 3. Here x squared plus x, which is will be plus negative 2, then minus 3. Here x squared plus the 1 here plus the x minus 3. Here x squared will be 3 squared plus here 3 minus 3. Then we solve and get the value of y, which we will, when you solve it here, you get the value of y here, the first one. Here you get a value of negative 3 squared plus negative 3 minus 3. Then you get a value of 3. Here, number 3. So here it will be equal to 3. Then you solve the next, it will be equal to negative 1. Then when it's 1, it's also negative 1. And when it is 3, it is 9. Okay. So these are the value of y. These are the value of y when x equal to negative 3, x equal to negative 2, x equal to 1, and x equal to 3. And for just completing this number substituting, you have just 2 marks. Okay, so here negative 2 will be negative 1. Negative 1. Then the 1 here, it will be equal to also negative 1. And the 3 will be equal to 9. Then we apply for this on the graph. We put our points, clear points, sharp with pencil. Okay, let's do this. So here we are going to put negative 3, 3, and negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, negative 3, then 0 and negative 3, then 1 and negative 1. And here we have 2 and 3, and the last one here is 3 and 9. Then we're going to, my only recommendation for drawing your graph is sharpen pencil, and you flip with the points. You're turning the page, the exam paper, with the points just to get it clear. And no questions here for this graph. You just have to plot it. And let's see the next here. Here we have to factorize x squared minus 4x. If you see a common x here, so we take an x outside the bracket and apply for x. Here we divide every term by x. So x squared dividing by x remain only 1x, and we divide this dividing by x. It gave us minus 4. That's it. Okay, here we have to get the like terms a, y, and we have to merge the like terms, which is here we have x and y, and the ay here. So here we say we have to multiply 2 brackets, multiply 2 brackets. So here, the first one here will be here x and a. So we take a y outside the bracket. So here we say this is the first bracket will be y, and here is x plus a. So this is all 2 steps are solved, okay? And here also we have 5c. So we take the 5c outside. I would say plus 5c multiplying by x plus a. So we are going to merge here the 5c with the y here, 5c with the y. So we say y plus 5c in a bracket. So here we say y plus 5c multiplying another bracket here. which is x plus a. I get it common. So this is the final answer. X plus a. Okay, here we want to simplify, kick the a, so it is half. And here we can simplify also by dividing. Here we're dividing by 5, which is 3, dividing by 5, which is 1. And dividing by 2, which is 2, dividing by 2, which is 3. So here, we write it as this. So it is 2a multiplying by 3 over 3b, which we're going to kick the 3 with 3. So 2a over b. One answer over the b. Okay, here we have to subtract, make a cross multiplication or zip zap zoop, as you say. So we have 4x multiplying by 2. Let's apply for this. So say 4x here multiplying by 2, which is 8x equal to 8x. And the support from the numerator. So here we have 8x minus the 3 multiplying by x minus 4. So 3 multiplying by x minus 4. So we open minus. Here the 3 multiplying by x, which is 3x minus 12. So here it will be minus 3x minus 12 minus 12 over a sharing denominator here. It will be the 3 times 2, which is 6. So here it will be 6 over 6. Oh, this would be over number 6. So here we have to get the negative sign to the 3x and the negative 12. So it will be 8x minus 3x. So here it will be 8x minus 3x, which equal to 5x. So write it here, 5x plus the 12 here, 5x here plus 12. Plus 12 over 6. And here we can say 5 over 6x, 5 over 6x plus 2. Why plus 2? Because the 12 dividing by 6 is equal to 2. Okay, before you leave any page, just make sure that you solve all the questions inside this page, at least with your eyes. Let's see the next. Here in question number, we completed here. We have to expand this. So this we'll take the 3x first, then we are going to multiply the 3x by 2x, and the 3x multiplied by 1. Let's get started. So we take first the 3x. Okay, so we say that is, here we have 6x squared, 6x squared, then plus 3x, and we finish the x. Let's move to the next, which will be the negative 2 here. So take the negative 2 multiplied by 2x minus 4x, then minus 2. We merge the like terms, which is positive 3x minus 4x, which is minus x. So here 6x squared, we get it down as it is, and the negative 2 will be as it is, and this will be the final answer, 6x squared minus x minus 2. Okay, and we did it. Here, the final answer is the next. Just only one question in one page. Clear. You solve it. Okay, a circular block of land A is drawn on a map which has a scale. Yeah, let's apply for the plus, very big plus sign. This will always separate it here. Here we have a number and we have a scale. We have a map and we have, so we have a scale in real, okay? So here we have the map, which is 1 here, 1 centimeter. Let's see, yeah, centimeter, and equal to 2 here, the real, okay? So the map here is the scale 1 every 1 centimeter, refer to 2250. So this 1 centimeter, we have to write the units, okay? Work out the circumference. A radius on a map is 5. So if the radius is equal to 5, we have to make a cross multiplication. That's on the map. So we write it under the map section here. So we write it here under the map section. Okay. So here we have to apply for a cross multiplication to get the real here. We have to multiply the 5 multiplying by 2250, dividing by 1 just to get the real. So no need for dividing. So here we have to say the 5 multiplying by 2250 just to get the answer here. So here it will be equal to 11,250, and that is the radius, remember? He needed as a circumference, and the rule of the circumference, 2 pi r, we just get the r. So we say 2 times pi multiplied by r, which equal to 2 pi multiplying by, or 3.14, whatever you want to put it on your calc, multiplied by 11,250. They give you a final answer here. 70,686. Give you 70,686 approximated to 1 GP. Okay. So here's this one. Let's work out the area. Well, the same way you are going to work out the area in square meter. Okay, so he give you in centi, and now we have to focus this from centi here to meter. We have to, from the small to the big, we have to divide. Okay, so we have to divide it by 100. Remember this part, okay? So all what we do here is saying the rule, which is here pi r square, pi r squared. So say here, we already get the r, which is, here is the radius. So here is the radius here is 5, and the radius here is equal to 11,550, 250. So here, what we do here is applying for this rule, which is pi r squared. So dividing by 100, I don't know what it is, we get it dividing by 100. So here, it's equal to, we were going to make pi multiplying by 11,500, 250 squared, 250 squared. All this dividing by 100 as he needed in squared meter, he needed squared meter. So we get a final answer here on your calculator. So you get 39,000. Yeah, 760. Okay, 39,760. Because here it's a squared meter. Remember, here it's a squared meter. So squared. So instead of 2 zeros, it will be dividing by another 2 zeros for the squared. So this gives you the final answer. Okay, 1 Ferdinand equals 4,200. Calculate the area of a on the ground in Ferdinand. Okay, so applying again for the T rule or the plus rule, we say, let's see, we have to make a big plus, and we say inside it 1 F, which is Ferdinand, equal to 4,200 squared meter. Squared meter, so say here squared meter. So here we find calculate the area of A in Ferdinand. We already get it, so we divide this by 4,000 here and 200. So we get this number, and divided by 4,200 on your calc, we give you 9.4, 46, 47 approximated to 2 GP. Okay, so this we did it. Okay, another circular plot board. So here in squared meter, again, it is 39. Here, 39,760 is the area. So we divided by 44,200 here just to get it in, but then we should get it 9.47. Another circle plot land has a radius of 7.5 on the map. Use similar shapes completing this. Area of B on the map equal what area of A? So here is another one, okay, which have a different radius, which is 7.5, okay, on the map. Has a radius of 7.5 on the map. Okay, so he needs the area, so we use the pi r square. Okay, yeah, another one. So here he needed the area, and the area actually equal to pi r squared, and here r equal to 5. And here we needed a number that we multiplied by this area, we give us the area of a new radius. So the new radius here, it will be, or the r square, the new r square here, which will be, yeah, we can say it equal to 7.5, dividing by 5 squared. Dividing by 5 squared is equal to 2.2. Before you leave any page, make sure that you already solve all the questions inside this page, at least with your eyes. You see the next? Question number 5 here sets. Here we have 32 people in the survey. A, people who likes apple. Who likes apple. B, people who likes banana. The number of elements in set A is 18 elements. The number of set A intersect B dash is 13. A union B is 4 elements. So here, I want you to complete the Venn diagram here. So let's do this. Well, the start here is this 13, because he told you A intersect B dash. So if A intersect B dash, so it's clear that is this part. Let's make it clear for you. This here, this is A, just A, because what is outside here? So A intersect the outside is equal to 13. So this part actually is equal to 13. Okay. And here it will be equal to the B here. He gave you this A union B dash. A union B dash is equal to 4. So the union is covering this whole part. So where is the union? This is the union. So union dash. So it's everything outside these two, A and B, these two. Okay, which is clear now that the 4 here, it will be here. So the 4 will be here. Okay, and let's complete. So say here is 13, and the numbers of element of A is 18. So this whole A is 13. So this whole A is 13. So this part, remember, intersected part between A and B will be 5. Okay, it's clear that this part will be here equal to 5. And let's see that there are 32 elements. So we add all these, minus 32 minus all these, we give us the value of B. So we say here, we say 32 minus 13 plus 5, this is 18, plus 4, which is 22. Remember here, 10 elements from 22 and 32, so 32 minus 22 is equal to 10. I know we did it. Okay. One of these people chosen randomly find the probability that this person likes apple or banana. So here we have the apple or banana. So, but not both. But not both. So here he give you the 10. So we're going to take the 10 and the 30. I always say that the answer is inside the question itself. Just need your focus. So all what we do here is adding the 13 plus 10 give us 23, dividing by the total of 32. So here the final answer will be equal to 23 over 32. Before you leave any page, check that you solve all the questions inside it at least with your eyes. Let's see the next here. Here we have number B, set P is a Venn diagram. Okay, P is a subset from R. Okay, and P intersected Q is phi. So no intersection between P and Q. R is P is belong to R, and R is a subset from Q. R intersect Q is Q. Okay, so complete the set. So here we have the intersection of P and Q equal to phi. So for sure, there is no intersection. So they are away from each other. So we can say that this is Q. So we can say this Q. Okay, no intersection. And here is intersected is phi. So on B here will be the R outside. R intersected Q is equal to Q. So the intersection is the whole Q. So the whole Q is inside the R. So you can say here that this is the R. Inside it, the Q, inside it. So this is R will be here. So that is, and we did it. Before you leave any page, just make sure that you are ready. So all the questions inside it. Let's see the next. Question number 6. And now to check here, P is a subset from R, because the R here, the P is inside the tummy of the R here, is inside it. So P is inside R. P is inside R. P intersect Q is fine, no intersection between them. And when we intersect R, intersect Q equal Q, so the Q is inside also the R, okay? Question number 6 here. You say functions, okay? You say here find -2, easy. Kick x and put instead of it -2. Okay, let's do this. So we say 4 minus 3 multiplying by -2. -3 multiplied by -2, which is +6. So let's see, 4 plus 6 equal to 10. Find an expression for here is the inverse function of here. And again, I'll say it here. We have 2. We say here fx. So we say the f of x equal to 4 minus 3x. It's time to change places. Here we're going to write y, and here we're going to get the x. So we're going to exchange the places to get the flip. So we say here x equal to 4 minus 3y. Then we are going to make y the subject. So here we're going to kick minus 4, all the numbers around y, and dividing this by 3. So we kick here positive plus negative, we kick it, then divided by negative 3. Divided by negative 3. Here dividing by negative 3. So now we write it y equal to. So we say y equal to, now here's a y, x minus 4 dividing by negative 3. Let's make the negative here outside. And here we have to change the places. So the signs here. So we say here will be positive and here will be negative. So let's rewrite it probably like we say 4 minus x over 3 will equal to y. So now the flip, now f, the inverse of the function will be equal to 4 minus x over 3. And this is the easiest way to make it. Okay, make y the subject. Okay, here we have, I have to check here. Let's here we have a y on the right side and a y on the left side. We have to merge them. We have to merge them. How we merge them? Here we have the right side. We have y, and here in the left side we also have y. We have to merge them. As first of all, we have to here we have to expand this bracket, so it will be 2x plus 2y, and here is equal to 3y. Okay, let's make it here equal to 3 on the left, on the right side, 3y plus 5. So here we say this, we have to kick the smaller y here, minus 2y in both sides, and here also minus 2y. Okay, so now here is equal to 2x equal to y plus 5. So now we're going to kick plus 5. You can make it in one step. I make it for you step by step. Okay, so we can here make minus 5 and here minus 5. So we say final answer 2x minus 5 equal to y. 2x minus 5 equal to y. And we did it. Before I leave any page, just check you solve all the questions inside it, at least with your eyes. Here, number C, we have here quadrilateral. And here he gave you two angles, okay? And the last one is x. For sure, he want to write an equation in terms of x. Okay, then you get the value of x. So to write an equation in terms of x, so we have, this is a quadrilateral, so and adding up its angle, the sum of its interior angle is equal to 360. So plus 102 plus x plus 3x equal to 360. I can merge them. Okay, so we can say 66 will be 168 plus 4x plus 4x equal to 360. Okay. Then solve the equation. Okay, we can solve it now. Okay. For the first one, for this, you can say this is the equation. It's fine to keep it like this. It's an equation in terms of x. Okay, so here he wants to solve the equation. So we make the 360 minus 168 in both sides. So we say here we have to make the right side alone and the left side alone. So here we have the right and here we have the left. Here we make minus 168 and also here minus 168. Kick the positive 168 with the negative 168 and make 360 here on your calc. It's a calc paper, so you can use your calc and say 360 minus 168 is equal to 192 on the right side. So we have 192 and here we have 4x. So now 4x equal to 192. We can divide 192 dividing by 4. Okay, remember that you need the size of the largest angle, not the value of x. So here the x equal to 48. So the 3x here, we multiply the 48 multiplying by 3 will give us 3x here equal to 144. I did it. Okay. Here we have the aerial formula. The vertices minus the edges plus the faces equal to 2. A polyhedron have 5 faces, so we kick the F and put instead of it 5, okay? So, 9 edges. Find the numbers of vertices. So we don't have the vertices minus the edges here, which is 9, and plus the faces, which is 5, will be equal to 2. We're solving normal equation, okay? So the V here, we solve it like any equation. So here we have 14. Here minus 9, so here we make plus 9. And here we also make plus 9 to kick them. Minus 5, minus 5. So here 2 plus 9, which equal to 11 minus 5, which equal to 6. Okay. So here it will be equal to 6. A polyhedron has an odd number of edges. Explain why the numbers of those plus the number have an odd. Okay. of edges. So the number of vertices plus the faces must be an odd number. Simply odd plus odd equal to even. Remember, 1 and 3 is equal to 4. 3 and 5 here equal to 8. Any two odd numbers, odd plus odd equal to even, and we have a final answer of 2. So we must have a final answer of even number. Okay, so it's clear here that we have to set this even, odd plus odd will be equal to even. Okay, and we can say also even plus odd. When it's 2 plus 1, it's equal to odd. And the final answer here is equal to even. So we have to write this equation, even plus odd equal to odd, and odd plus odd equal to even, like we did it. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's see the next. Here we have probability. Here, a fair dot coin and the first sided dice are thrown. The sample space diagram shows the possible outcomes. So head and 1, head and 2, head and 3, head and 4, head and 5, head and 6. Okay, 10 and 1, 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, which is moving like this. Okay, find the probability of throwing head and even number. So we are going to choose the head and the even. So it is 6, 4, and 2. Okay, so it will be 3 out of, here we have 12 outcomes. So it will be 3 out of 12. 3 out of 12. Okay, find the probability of throwing head a factor of 24. Throwing ahead, and also, okay, let's check the factors. 1 is a factor of all numbers, 2 is a factor of 24, 3 is a factor of 24, 4 is a factor of 24, 5 is not a factor, but 6 is a factor, so we have a 5 from the 12 outcomes. Okay, so here we have 5 out of 12, and there are 300 people in a cinema. Okay, that's a new question. Number B, there are 300 people in the cinema, 3/4 of our children. So first of all, we have to write our given. So total is, we have a total of 300 in the cinema. Okay, and children is 3/4. So multiply 300 by 3/4, or 3 over 4, or okay, it's 225. So we have 225 of children. And there are 130 male children. From these children, there is male equal to 130. So the female here will be 225 minus 130 equal to 95. So the female equal 95. Okay. And there are 40 female adults. Actually, we have total adult will be the 300 minus 225, which equals to 75. The total minus the children, the total of the children. Okay, he gave you the female, so the female is here, 40. So the male now is equal to, the male here will be equal to 75 minus 40 is equal to 35. Okay, and now it's clear he wants you to complete this schedule just to check the numbers. The total, let's write the total first, which is 225, and the total of the adult is 75. Okay, which gives us a total of 300. The female here of the children is 95, and the female of the adult is 35. 35, okay. Which we have a total of females 95 plus 35 give us 130. And here the male of the children is 130, which already given here, 130. And the male of the adult should already calculate. Oh, yeah, the female here is 40 and the male is 35, yes. And the male here is, here we have 40, okay, of the female, 40 of the female, and the male is 35. So we have here a total of 135 here. And here it will be 165, 35 plus 130, 165. So 165, check it, last check, plus 135 will be equal to 300. Okay, write down the probability that the person is chosen is male. So we have a total of male is 165 over the total, which is 300. So we take from the total 165 over 300, and that's clear. Before we leave any page, make sure you solve all the questions inside it, at least with your eyes. And next, Noor and Sarah play a game. Noor has a twice likely like Sarah, okay, to win the game. So now Noor here is Noor, it will be double Sarah, okay, or 2s. Let's make Noor. And so we cut them into every 3 parts, okay. So here we have 2 parts for n and the 1 part for s. So you can say here the n equal to 2x, for example. 2x, let's make it 2x. And s equal to 1s, 1 share. Okay, The probability that the game that's all to win a game, okay? The probability that the game is drawn is 0.1. Okay, to win, how much? If it's drawn is 0.1. The probability of drawn is 0.1. So win will be equal to 0.9 or 9 out of 10. Okay, 9 out of 10. And this is 1 out of 10. Okay, he needed the probability that Noor will win. So here we have two shares for Noor. So it is 6 over 10. 3 and 3. When we cut the 9 into 3, dividing by 3 is equal to 3. So Noor have 2 from the 3. So this x equal to 1/3. 1/3. 1 out of 10. No, this equal to 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. This x equal to 3 out of 10. Okay. So to Noor win here, which is 2 multiplied by 3, which is 6 out of 10. Every one share 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. And 3 out of 10. For Noor, she take 2 because it's double. 2 from the win here for Noor to win. Okay. A bag contains 4 red counters. Okay, that's a new question. So it have a 4 red and here 4 red and X blue. So the total will be 4 plus X or X plus 4. So here I told you this here cannot choose a counter randomly. He chooses the first randomly, and he chooses a second counter randomly and notes its color. Okay, the first he notes its color, the second here. The first count is not replaced. Okay, find in terms of X probability that the choosing is a blue, followed by red. So the first is blue. So say here, 4 over X plus 4 over the total. Okay, multiplying by the blue, which is X, over here to be not replaced, so X plus 3. So if we multiply this, we say that's 4 times X, which is equal to 4X, dividing by X plus 4, X plus 3. And here I asked you to write it as a single fraction, and that's it, a single fraction. Okay, see you next. Here, Mona and Sally have 45 in total. So we have a total of 45,000. So the total here equal to 45,000. Okay. Yeah, 45,000. Okay, and Sally has an amount, we have Mona and Sally, so we can cut them into 3/4. So here are the total, and here Mona and Sally. Okay, so everyone here. So here, let's abbreviate Mona, M, and Sally, S, and total will be G. So the total here is as a number, 45,000. No, as a number is 45,000. And here as a fraction, as its ratio, Mona is 3 to 2. So the ratio here of the total is 5. So if you want to get anything, we just make, here we just say 45 dividing by 5, which equal to 9,000. So if you want to know the share of Sally, we multiply any number by 9,000 here. So here we say he needed to know Sally. So we multiply the 2 multiplying by the 9,000. So 2 multiplying by 9,000 would be equal to 18,000. Okay, I will invest 25,000. Okay, at a rate of 1.4% per compound interest. Okay, calculate the value of investment at the end of 6 years. The trick here is how to write. We have a mean of 25,000. Is how to write. Then we multiply it by. Okay, for this we multiply by. Here we have 1 plus 1.4%, which is 1.4 over 100, all to the power 6. Okay, all to the power 6. And the trick here is how you solve it. You get it on your calc, 27,175. 175. Okay, find the component of interest percent. Okay, if you want to know the percentage here, yeah, approximated 175. So all what we do, we get the difference between the 27,175 approximated minus the 25,000, minus the 25,000, dividing by, and here we divided by the original number, which is 25. We divided by the 25,000. Then we multiplied by 100 just to get it in percent. Times 100. Work this on your calc. Divide it exactly 8.696. Mm-hmm. 8.699 or equal to 8.7. Approximated to 8.7. All right. Okay. If you don't leave any page, just make sure that you solve all the question inside the page at least with your eyes. In a sale, a shirt has a reduced by 20%. So the reduction here, the price of sale is 656. So 656 is a price here of 80%, which is 100 minus the 20%. Okay, after reduction. So if you need to know the 100%, he needed the original price, so he needed 100%. So we just make a cross multiplication. We say 656 multiplied by 100%, which is 1, dividing by 0.8 or 80%. So here it gave us 820 as a final answer. 820. Again, what we do, we just say that is 656 dividing by 0.8, which is 80%. And multiplied by 100, it's 1 already. So no need to write. Okay, Ahmed owns a car. At the end of year 1, the value of the car is 15%. So in year 1, we have a 15% reduction. So we say year 1, the price of the car is 85% or 0.85. And in year 2, the reduction was 10% of the, what this mean is, here it will be 90% of the year 1. Okay, calculate the overall percentage after year 1. So we say that we have a 1, which is 100%, minus the reduction, which would be 0.85. We change it into decimal as we change 100% to decimal, multiplying by 0.9 here. Okay, so he give us here, when you calculate here, 1 minus here, it gives us 23.5. Then we multiply by 100. Okay, it gives you 0.23, 0.235. This is the answer. 0.235. Then we multiply this by 100 just to get it in percent, which is equal to 23% here. 23.5%. Okay. At the end of the third year, we have here at the end of the third year, which is 1 minus that first year, which is 0.85, 0.85, and the second year multiplying by the second year, which is 0.90. Okay, 0.9. Then by the third year, which is a missing part, so multiplying by year 3. Okay, which we don't know it. All this when we calculate, it gives us a value of here. He gave us 26. He said it gave us. So let's change it into decimal, so we can write it 0.202656. 2656. Okay, I just change this number and instead of percent, I make it decimal because all these I change it into decimal. Okay, so now we're going to calc this. So on your calculator, we need to make here 1 minus all of these. So we get the y3. Let's make it x or y. Let's make it y, for example, instead of this number. So we can write it y. So we multiply all of these. We say here, so 1 minus 0.85 multiplying by 0.9. So here we have to get the 1 minus, we multiply this number by this, which gives us 0.765y equal to 0.2656. So now we have to get this number here and get to this number here, just to make it the negative side here. So it is 0.765y equal to 1 minus 0.2656, which gives us 0.96 equal. Then we divide this, after we get it, we divide it here. Dividing here. So give us 0.734 here. We give us 0.734 equal to 0.765y. So now we're going to complete it here. Okay, so we say 0.734 dividing by 0.7656 equal to y, which equal to 0.96 equal to y. And now we're going to make the 1 minus 0.96, which equal to 0.04, which equal to 4%. And we did it. See the next here. Here we have a pool in a prism shape with a vertical A, B, E, F, H, G, and T, C. The top of the pool here, the top of the pool is horizontal rectangle. So we have a horizontal rect here in the top. So this is a rectangle. If this is a rectangle, so this is 25 and this is also 25. Okay. This is also 25. We say a rectangle, and this 50, and also this will be 50. The cross section of the pool is a trapezium, A, B, C, D. So this is a trapezium. So we have this, if these two different, so this is also 3 centimeters. Okay. And here he get calculate the AD, calculate the angle this AD make with the horizontal here. So let's do this. Well, actually, he want this angle. So let's say that this is AD, and he want to make the angle with the horizontal, or this angle, the same. Okay. Okay. By the way, we're going to calculate here up. So here, remember that this is 3 and this is 2, and we close it like a rect. So this is 2, and this will be 1, and this will be 1. And here we already have this 50, and here we already have this 50. And now it's clear to get this angle, we can get it by tan. So say tan, or shift tan. So say tan of, here we have the opposite. Here is this is the angle that he wanted. So very small angle, you see it, 1 over 50. 1 over 50, when you calculate, it give you 1.15 angle, okay? And here, if you want to calculate the volume, here, the volume of the pool, so we get area of the cross sections multiplied by height, and he say that the cross section of the pool is a trapezium. So here we have 2 bases, so it will be here 2 multiplied by 2 plus 3, half of 2 plus 3, multiplying by the height here by 25. So here we say it. Two bases dividing by 2, multiplied by the height, and here is the right angle, the height of the trapezium here is equal to 50. Okay, so that is the area of the cross section. This is the area of the cross section, which is the area of the trapezium. Then we multiply the cross section, multiply by the height to get the volume. Then we multiply this, multiplying by the height, which is the height here is 25 here. Okay, multiplying by 25. On your calc, put all these numbers. Give you a final answer of 3,125. Sure, leave any page. Make sure that you solve all the question in this page, at least with your eyes. I here find the capacity of the pool in liters. Leave your answer in standard form. So we want to calculate the capacity. So 1 cubic meter equal 1,000 here of liter. So remember this, 1 cubic meter equal 1,000 liter. So here you need the capacity with liters. So write it as it is. Here 1 cubic meter equal to 1,000. Okay, remember this. Here we have how many meter we have? 3,125. And we need it to change it to liter. Here 1,000 liter. So we make a cross multiplication. Here, just to get the value here, it's a missing part here. So we make this multiply by 1,000 here. So we make it like it will be equal to here 3. Here be equal to 3,125, and beside it 3 zeros. And he needed in standard form, so we have to move here for how many places? So it will be multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here it will be 3.125, 3.125. Multiply by 10 all to the power 6. Okay, the pool is filled with water, 100 gallon of water flow into every minute. So every minute he started to pour water. Okay. So he said this, we have 100 gallon of water Okay, so he started to fill it. And calculate how many liters of water flow into the pool each minute. So he wanted to know in each minute how many gallon he poured, okay? Okay, so here we have the volume of the water here will be equal to the water flow multiplied by the time. The water flow multiplied by the time. So here we have 6,125, the volume here. And he make 100 gallons, so he put it 100 gallon, and he needed in 1 minute how many liters? For the 1 gallon equal 4.5 liters. Okay, if here we have 100 gallon, okay, so he needed by liter, so it will be 100 multiplied by 4.5 is 450. So here it will be equal to 150 liters. The time taking to fill. Okay, so we make in 1 minute 450 liters. So we here again we divided 3,125. The capacity dividing by 450 just to get it. We're going to get it in minutes, okay? So this will give us 6,944 on your calc, 0.4 recurred, okay? So this is per minute. So this is the numbers of the minutes take in minutes. But he needed to cut these minutes, so this is a final answer. We cannot write this all this here. Okay, we have take a point. So we're going to take this minutes and we are going to know now here dividing by. So we say 6, 9, or 4.4 recurred dividing by numbers of hours, which is dividing by 60, and here numbers of days, which we have at 24. On your calc, do this, dividing by 60, put it in a bracket, multiply by 24, give us 4.8, blah, 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 okay? 4.8, blah, blah, blah. So here we get the number of days. So here we have 4 days. Okay, so we will take minus 4.8 to 222. So I take now here, minus 4 on your calc, minus 4. Then it's a number, okay? 0.8, the 0 point. Okay, so we take this number and multiply by 60 just to know here how many hours. Yeah. So we take 0.822 multiplied by 60. So here we're going to take minus 4. So remainder here. So it will be 0.82223 and so on. Okay. So take this number and multiply it by 24 hours. Just to know how many hours. We give us 19 hours. So this will be equal to 19. So all what we do is writing here 19 in the hours, and now we know the days and the hours. So we subtracted the 19 here. So remember the 0.740 recurred number. So when you hear 19 point, it's a fraction, let's write, and 20 over 27. So we take the 20 over 27 and multiply by 60 to give us the total number of minutes here. So we take the 24 over 27 and multiply by 60. And this will give us 44 minutes, 0.44 recurred. Okay, and we did it. Easy, but a lot of steps. Again, we take the capacity itself and divide it by the 450 will give us the number with minutes. We take this minutes and divide it by the 24. By the 24 multiplying by 60, because here we started from the end. So dividing by 60, dividing by 24, so give us the number of days. So we no want here that we have a numbers of days. We subtracted the number of days. So we multiplied by 24 again. We subtracted the whole number, subtracted the whole number, and gave us 0.8222. So multiplied by the 24 just to get the numbers of hours. When we get the numbers of hours, we multiplied by 60. We have a 19 hours, so we subtract it again with 19. So we have 19 here, and 24 over 27 is a fraction. We multiply 24 over 27 by 60 to get the number of minutes, which is 44.44 recurred. Before we leave any page, just make sure to solve all the questions inside this page. At least with your eyes. Let's see the next. Here, very easy question. Here we have the diagram shows a plot of ABCDs divided into two areas by a fence AC. Show that AD, this AD, is equal to 259 corrected to three significant figure. Okay, so here we have a triangle ABC. So here we have a 170, and we don't know this, and we know this is a fence between them. So that's AC is between this triangle and the ADC triangle. Okay. So here we have the ADC. Here is 75 degree and 55, which is easy. We can get it 180 minus 55 minus 75 equal to 50. So this angle equal to 50. Okay. And here again, he wanted to show this AD here is equal to 259. So we can calculate with the sine rule, and it's the only way. So we can say the sine 75 over AD will be equal to here sine 55 over 220. So now the AD is equal to 220 sine 75 dividing by cross multiplication sine 55 on your calculate, which will be equal to 59.419, as he needed 3 SF, so 3 significant figure will be equal to 250. Okay, one question on one page. Here the area of the ABC is 12,500. Show that the acute angle CAB equal to CAB. Here CAB equal to, he asked here, show this equal to 41.19. So he say this is equal to 41.19. Okay. And here he give you this this triangle, the area of ABC is 12,500. ABC, the area of it is 12,500. See this here we have the sine rule. This multiplied by this, multiplied by sine of this angle will give you the area. So we're going to work on this rule. So we say here the AB multiplying by the AC multiplying by the sine of BAC will be equal to the 12,500 that he gave it to us. And then we're going to calc. Here we have the AB, which 170, multiplying by the AC, which is 220, and multiplied by the sine of the angle. So multiplied by the sine BAC, which is equal to 12,500. So we get it, the 12,500 dividing by 170, multiplying by 220. Okay, we protect them as a bracket. Then get shift sign of this answer, which equal to here. On this row we have half. Okay, which one out of 2? So here we have half of 170, which is 1,700. Multiplied by sine BAC, let's make it sine BAC multiplying by the sine BAC equal to 12,500. And now we're going to make shift sign of 12,500 over 18,700. It give us a final answer of 41.947. So we already get it. Okay. This is the second page here. So here we get it. So it will be, we show it as equal to 41.9, approximately 250. Okay. A straight path connected P and D. Calculate the length. Okay. P and D. Where is P? Okay. Let's do this with a new triangle. Okay. So here we have a new triangle here, which would be equal ADP. Okay, APD. Okay, and here we have this angle is 41, and here we have 170. Remember this AD already, we get it is 259. So if you work this on the sine rule, if you work it with the sine rule, we can say here the sine. So we can say here sine A, this, or sine 41, 90.19, 41.19 over here the PD, the connected line, we already need to get it over the PD will be equal to here, or here we can get it with the cosine rule because here it's easier for the cosine rule. Okay, so we say PD directly. Let's do it here. So PD one way we call the root of here the PD. Okay, the square root of AB 170 square plus 259 square minus 2 multiplied by 170 multiplied by 259. Okay, multiplied by cosine 41.19, and one go we're going to calculate. Okay, so say here 170 on your calc square plus 259 square on your calc minus 2 multiplied by 170 multiplied by 259 multiplied by cosine 41.9. Give your final answer directly. Let's do this. Okay. Your calc do it. We give us a final answer of 314.9 blah blah blah. So we write it 314. Okay. So this would be equal to PD, this would be equal to 314.9 or 314.9, which can, or we can write it like 315. Okay, final answer. Before we leave any page, make sure that you solve all the questions in this page. Here the diagram shows two triangles. Here is vectors. F is a midpoint, okay. Okay, here if F is a midpoint, so that's PF, and FD is cutting into two halves, okay. So here is half, and here's half. Okay, next. D is a point such that AD to DC 1 to 2. So here it's cutting into three parts. Remember, 1 plus 2 here is 3. Because if this is 1 and this is 2, so that is third, and that is 2/3. The A here, C, it will be third. The AD is third, and the 2C is 2, and the DC is 2/3. Okay, next. E is a point, okay, such that AE is 2/3. Okay, again, here is 2/3 and 1/3, the same. So here is 2 out of 3, and here is 1 out of 3, the same, like the AC. Okay, so here he said that the AB, the direction is equal to 2B. So this direction here, the AB is equal to 2B. I write it very big, just to be clear. Okay, so this would be 2B. Okay, and the AD here, the AD only is 2A. Remember, AD is third of the AC. Okay, so here we say this AD just is equal to 2A. Okay, so if this 2A, so this is 4A, double it because it's third and this is 2/3. Okay, so the total AC will be 6A. Okay, so let's see. BD. Okay, let's move from B to D. So if we want to move from B to D, let's do this. This is B, and this is D. Okay, so we can say the BA plus AD. Is it right? So here the BD, it will be equal to BA plus AD. Okay, and the BA now is minus 2B because different direction, minus 2B plus 2A. Plus 2A, which we can write it as 2 multiplied by a minus b. Let's write a first because we don't need a negative sign in the beginning. Okay, so it's 2a minus b. Okay, bc. Okay, let's see. B to c. So bc, it will be ba and ac. Again, ba. So here we write it. ba plus ac. So let's do this. So it will be equal to the ba again minus 2b minus 2b. And here is 6a plus 6a. So it's 8 plus 6a. So we can write the a at the beginning. So 6a minus 2b. Okay, here completed. Here 2f, ef, sorry. And searching for the e, where the e? Here is the e, yes. ef, this one. Okay, let's mark it. Here is the ef. So to get the ef, we can say this, we can move here, like here is the e. Okay. And here ef, maybe the third here, eb plus bf. Is it right? Okay, let's do this. So it is eb plus the bf. Or the bf here, the eb here is third of the 2b, which is 2 out of 3b. Okay, so here it will be equal to 2/3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3b. Okay, and the bf here, which equal to here is half the bd, which is a minus b. Okay, plus a minus b, because the b here, the bf is half of the bd, and the bd is 2, here is 2 a minus b, 2a minus b. So half of it we kick the 2, so it is a minus b plus a minus b. So here we have minus third b here, 2/3 minus b, which is minus third, so it will be a minus third b. So it will be a, write the positive at the beginning, minus third b. Underneath. Okay, let's see the next. Question number B, use vector to explain EF is parallel. Okay, if we use it's parallel, we have to make sure that EF and BC. Remember this, the BF here. The BF here was A minus the EF and the BC. He means these two lines are parallel to each other. So here, the BC. Okay, let's get the BC first. So we can get the BC by saying it is here minus 2B plus 6A. So let's calculate this. Minus 2B plus 6A. Okay, we can get a number 6 outside. We can say 6 outside the bracket and open a bracket dividing by 6. So 2 dividing by 6 is third. Negative 1 out of 3. Negative 1 over 3 plus A. Plus A, which we can flip it and write it as here 6 also. We can write 6 multiplying by A minus third, and it's a percent from it, so they are parallel. Now we prove it that they are parallel. So this proof. So here we say that is the, so here we say the B C here is equal to 6A minus third B, and the E F here equal to A minus third B, so they are parallel, and this is a clear proof. Okay, let's see the next. The magnitude of BC is 24. Find the magnitude of, so as we say, that is the BC is 6 from the EF. So if the magnitude of the BC is 24, so of the BF will be 24 divided by 6, which equal to 4. So I can say here 24 dividing by the 6 equal to 4. And the answer here is. Last question, a metal ball is fired vertically upward from ground level. Its height h above ground level, t second after it fired, given by the formula h equal 80t minus 5t squared, for t more than or equal to 0. Calculate the height, number A, blah, blah, blah. Very easy question, listen. It seems hard, but it's easy now. What we want is make t equal to 4, so we kick the t and put it instead of it 4 to get the height. Let's do this. So the height now is equal to, so h equal to 80 multiplying by 4. He said 4, okay. On minus 5 multiplying by 4 squared, which is 16. Okay, on your calc, put this in the answer, which equals to 240. So the height here is equal to 240. On the diagram marks the 2 points metal is at the ground level. Okay, very easy. Let's mark it ground level. Okay, that's a ground level, and that's also a ground level. And find the values of t where the so I'm going to solve this equation. Okay, as we have a final answer of the height equal to, so 80t, the height here is 0. You see, because the height here is 0. So we write it as an equation equal to 0. Okay, let's do this. So we say 80 t minus 5t squared equal to 0. So here we can get t outside. So 8 minus 5t equal to 80, sorry, here 80. 80 minus 5t equal to 0. So we have two solutions. The first solution, the t equal to 0. And the second solution, you can see it now. So we say here, the first is t equal to 0. The second, 80 minus 5t equals 0. So here, 80 equal to 5t. So t equals to 16 here. So here is 0 and 16. We already solved it. We have time here 0 and we have time here 16. And it's clear that this is 0 and this is 16. Okay. Here in this page, find the time taken for the metal to reach its maximum. So we get the differentiation of it and equal it to 0. So here we have 80. So we say 80 differentiate in minus 10t equal to 0. Then you get the value of t here. So 80, we can get the t here. You can get it here to make it positive. So here we say 80 equal to 10t dividing by 10. Okay, dividing by 10, kick the zeros. So 1t here would be equal to 8. So it's equal to 8 here, the maximum. 8 seconds, the time here would be 8. And find the maximum height. Reach it, the height, you need h now, okay? So here, in the previous question, we need t, now we need h. So we say the h, so we kick the t and put instead of it 8. So here we say that is here 80t, so 80 multiplied by 8. Okay, minus 5 multiplied by t squared, which is 8 squared, 64. And you calc this, put all these numbers on your calc, and you get a final answer of 320 meter as a final answer. Okay, so here is equal to 320. Okay, another metal ball is fired vertically upward to the same time, at the same time, okay? Its height h meters above ground level, t seconds after it's fired is given by the formula h equal 20 plus 20t minus 40 squared, 40 more than. Find the value when the two metal balls are the same height. So h, same height, so h equal to h. H of the first equation equal to h of the second equation. So we're going to equalize these two equations. Here we have 20, divided here, like 20t. Here we have 20 plus 20t plus minus 4t squared, 4t squared. Then we're going to get the value of t. Find the value of t. He asked you, find the value of t. So here is 4t squared. We're going to equalize it with the first equation, the previous page, which was 80 minus t squared. So here we write it. Here it goes. 80 t minus 5t squared. 5t squared. So let's merge here, minus 5t, get it here. So we have a right side now and the left side. The proper way that we always solve any equation with it. So here we have right. And here we have left. So here we do like, here we make it like here, plus 5t, just to kick it, and here plus 5t. So now we have 1t squared. So it will be 1t squared. And here minus 80. T just to make it equal to 0. And here minus 80. T, so it will be here minus 60. T plus 20 equal to 0 here. And now we're going to solve it like a normal equation. And on your calc, you can get it. You can get the value of t here, which will equal to 0 0.3. Let's check it. Do it with your calculation or with the formula 0 0.335, or so after you're getting this on your calc, you'll find two answers. One is 0 0.335 and another answer 59, which we are going, or t equal to 59, which we are going to reject this. It will be rejected here. It will be rejected. And the final answer here is 0 0.335 approximated.